Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so excited! Okay, you know how I talked about manifesting blah blah blah, everything working with Odin and Loki? Well, obviously the gods had a lot of mercy on me because I'd walked by yesterday and I saw her church was having a bazaar and I was like, ugh. And Odin had said, "Are you gonna go?" And I said, "No, Lord, if I walk into that place, its sensi will hit me and I'll drop like a rock. I'm just sensitive right now. Sometimes I'm not. This is one of those times I am." And I got up this morning at like 9 in the morning when it started. And I'm like, well, I am nosy. I'm 10 kinds of nosy. Odin knows it. Loki knows it. We all know it. I'm 10 kinds of nosy. I'm gonna go nip. I go nip, and I see my favorite cookie lady. And she does cookies and chocolate and cake and all this good stuff. And I get one of her gourmet cookie platters. Yeah, they're small, but I got one of those. You know the ones I get around Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving and Christmas? Yeah, I got one. I got one for my birthday. And I asked her, "Do you ever make wolf chocolate?" And I'm real shy, actually, about asking people for anything. And remember, this is a very Christian, sometimes anti-anything society around here. Not everybody's bad, but I expected her to, like, douse me with lighter fluid or something. She's like, "No." She says, "I've never seen that mold." And I said, "Well, I have seen wolf chocolates online, but I have to buy, like, a whole box, and it's, like, over $200. She's like, "Oh, my." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't want to buy, all that chocolate. I just want to buy like 4 or 5 pieces or something." She goes, "Well, let me look for a wolf mole. And if I find one, I will call you. I'll let you know." So she's gonna look into that, and I'm looking around, and I saw all these other vendors, and yeah, sure enough, they have Sensi in the back, and oh god, guys, my lungs were like, so that happened, and I had heard them talking about Chick-fil-A, and they were talking about college campus, and I'm like, okay, one of the college campuses has it. And I go up to get a donut on my way out, and I'm like, that guy's holding Chick-fil-A. They were having Chick-fil-A instead of their usually crappy hot dogs. They still had those in their walking tacos and all that other stuff. They can't cook. They had Chick-fil-A. And I was shaking with excitement. They probably thought I developed some kind of rare disease and was about to die and be patient zero. I was shaking with excitement. I counted all my change out. I had just enough change, because I think they actually shortchanged themselves on the Coke. I had 2 donuts, a box of Chick-fil-A. Ended up being an 8-piece box, guys. And I brought those home. I brought the donut home, all this stuff home. And I'm so excited because I knew that was Odin or Loki or both, because I won't always take credit, answering me, because I've been thinking about Chick-fil-A, and Odin's been like, "Oh, would you like to go to Chick-fil-A for your birthday?" I'm like, "Yeah, right." I said, I would love Chick-fil-A. I haven't had it in years, guys. I'm like, I would love some Chick-fil-A. I haven't had it in a couple of years. And what I hate is people that can drive all the time. They're like, "Oh yeah, I was at Chick-fil-A." You were at Chick-fil-A and you didn't get me anything? Bitch. It's like, that is good chicken. You didn't give me anything? I would have worked for it if I didn't have the money. Anyhow, I come home, I bring it home. There's no internet. We have no internet and phones again today. And I'm like, well, how did she check me out? And I thought, well, maybe it's my thing going personally. But I eat a donut, and I can't wait. I eat my Chick-fil-A. So I had Chick-fil-A and a donut and coffee for breakfast, which is why I have so much energy. And I have another donut in there, and Odin and Loki are both like, "Do you want some more Chick-fil-A?" I'm like, "Should I save it for my birthday?" They're like, "No, you want some Chick-fil-A for dinner? Go get another box." And I'm like, "Other box?" So I ran up and got another box, got another Coke. I haven't even touched a Coke yet. So I'm gonna have Chick-fil-A for dinner. So the gods do answer us, guys, in very unexpected ways. Now, you will know I had to dig for all my change. It didn't just go, "Oh, you're so cute. Here, have the Chick-fil-A." I did have to pay for the Chick-fil-A and have to pay for the second box. But hey, the gods arranged it because I was in a mood. When I get in a mood and I get in a snit, I wasn't going to go up to this stupid church cell, because if that's all she wanted out of me, I wasn't going. You know how I get. I'm really ornery. But Loki and Odin used my curiosity. I think it was mostly Odin, because he's like, let's go see what they have. And it was the same exact sellers they always have in just about the same exact places. But it was my cookie lady, and there was some Chick-fil-A, and I was like, oh, I'm so happy. Thank you, Odin. Thank you. So I got Chick-fil-A from a pagan god in a Methodist church. I'm sure there's a beautiful story in there. And our food order should come in today. And when I went back up a second time, I bought a couple pieces of cake because I said, can I freeze this? I told her, I said, I'm going to save it for my birthday. There's no sense, guys. I still bake from time to time, but I try to keep it to once or twice a year because I'm like, there's no sense me baking it because I know me. I'll just sit there and eat the whole cake. Not at once, but that cake will disappear. I will try to do my best, and I'm slowing down as I get older, but I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just buy 3 small pieces, and I can have that, and that's not even as big as like the smallest cake up at the DQ would be. So I got my cake, I got my cookies, I bought myself some chocolate roses that have some fake roses in them. Hey, I always celebrate my birthday, and if you have to be the one to treat you right, then do it. I always did it back in university too, when the people would send flowers and that to themselves, to each other rather. I would send it to myself. And people would look at me, and one girl smirked one time. She goes, "That's your room." I said, "Yeah, but I love myself." And she just looked at me like, I said, "Don't you love yourself? Why aren't you sending yourself flowers?" And when you turn it back on them, they don't know what to do. But yeah, guys, you should love yourself enough to pamper yourself. The gods love and adore us, and they're really good at setting up opportunities for us, like the Chick-fil-A and the chocolate and everything else. But I had to, do the human part and put out the monies. So, just be willing to meet them halfway. They arranged an opportunity for me, and thankfully I could take advantage of it. And if you're ever in a place where you don't even have the monies, and trust me, I've been in that place, they'll arrange something for you, and it will be just as nice. It might not be a thing you paid for, but it will be just as nice. Trust me, I remember my college days having a little fruit can that every time I would find a piece of change, I would put it in there and wonder if I could ever afford anything. So yeah, I know what it's like to have a decent amount of money. I know what it's like to have no money at all and wonder if you're going to have a home. So I've been at both ends of the spectrum, but today was definitely a blessing from the gods. And so even though we don't have internet, still make you entertainments. Do you think Microsoft would sue me if I played some solitaire for you guys? Because that is absolutely all I can play because the Oculus is now a fancy doorstop. Steam also doesn't work offline. I have nothing to play for you except for solitaire. So I will see you guys later. Bye bye.